Hi everyone, thanks for attending to this Everything New event. The topic I'm going to cover today is Windows Server 2022 RDS VDI. For those who don't know me, I'm Chua. I work as a pre-sales consultant in eGate Messaging and in this IT life for more than 18 years already. Here are some of my contact info. Feel free to contact me if you need my help. Well, about the RDS VDI, we have 4 demo topics. The first is about pull VDI and roaming profile. The second, auto rollback to original state. The third, VDI Remote App. And I will take the chance to showcase the Windows 11 sandbox. The last is about the Windows update in VDI. Okay, let's have a quick understanding about the RDS VDI deployment architecture. For those environments who have a DMG, or we call it parameter network, it's recommended to put this RD web access, RD gateway in the DMG network because they are internet facing. While inside your production network, we can have these components. Example, RD connection broker, RD host, Active Directory, RD license server, and file storage. And let's talk about this file storage. It's recommended to be separated from the RD host because it's used to store the user profile data. And normally we will configure it as a roaming profile for the VDI. Okay, after you have understand the common deployment architecture, let's have a look at our demo environment topology. Compared to the previous diagram, this is more simple. So we have only one unit Windows Server, and this Windows Server, as what you can see, is this unit. It's installed with the RD Web, RD Gateway, RD Licensing, RD Host, and the Hyper-V. All these row together built into one unit server. And on top of it, we have a 3-unit Windows 11 as the VDI client. And we have another 1-unit Windows 11 installed with apps. And this Windows 11 with apps actually is for the remote apps publishing. And of course, we have 1-unit AD domain controller. Then for the thin client, they will use the remote desktop connection to connect to the VDI server, or we call it RD host. And from it, we can open to connect to the Windows 11. Okay, let's take a look about the VDI server. So as what you can see, we are now at the VDI server. And this VDI server installed with the Windows Server 2022 Data Center Edition. And from here, as what you can see, this VDI have 2 units of collection. Okay, we have a Win11 collection. And this Win11 collection installed with the 3 units, the virtual desktop, Windows 11. And we have second collection called RDS app. And this RDS app installed with 1 unit virtual desktop. And it's also using Windows 11. And beside this one, this Windows 11 installed with Microsoft Office and Windows Sandbox. And I'm using this virtual desktop to publish this application. Okay, so Excel, PowerPoint, Windows Sandbox, Microsoft Word. So after this published out, so that these Windows 11 virtual desktop pool can use the apps to access to the application which they want. Okay, in this demo, I will show you the concept of pool VDI and the roaming profile. As what you can see in the collection number 1, Win11, we have the 3 virtual desktop with, we call it Win11 1, 2, and 3. And for this virtual desktop, doesn't have any user connected to. Now I switch to the thin client. As what you can see, the name work from home WFHT client 01. Okay, and from for this thin client, in order for me to connect to the VDI, I need to open a browser and key in the URL https followed by the VDI server, then /RD web. The concept is like accessing to the remote apps portal. Okay, then I have to key in the credential of the user. So after key in, I click sign in. So as what you can see, this is a RD web access portal. So in order for me to connect to the Win11 VDI, I have to click this icon and click open file, then click the connect. So once connected to the VDI PC, I can see that the profile belongs to the user 1. And right now, I'm connected to which PC of the VDI? I don't know. Okay. In fact, you can know through this, right click this PC and click properties. Okay, from here, I can know that I'm connected to the Win11-1. If I switch to the VDI server, from here, I also can know that this user 1 connected to the Win11-1. Okay, but this only can be accessed by administrator. So now I connect to the second team client and I key in the password for the user 2, click sign in. So I click this Win11 one, open file. Okay, once I connected, then I can see that the look and feel is different from the user 1, as the profile are different and the file store for each user are also different. Okay, now let me switch to the VDI server. And from here, if I click refresh, I can see that the user 2 connect to the Win11-2. So the connection is actually random and it doesn't follow by the order. Okay, and it's a first come, first serve basis. Okay, now I switch to the team client 1 and I'm going to create a file in the desktop. So I name this file as a name called test, and inside I key in a word called hello and save it. Okay, now I'm going to sign out from this PC. Okay, and sign out to the RD web as well. After that, I will sign in again. Then I connect to this RD web and this VDI PC. And I need to supply the credential. So once connected, I can see that the file I created just now still appear. Okay, but if I check the PC, it's no longer the Win11-1, but now changed to Win11-3. Okay, so this means that the connection is based on the first come, first serve basis and also is a random. And secondly, although you connected to the different PC, but your file, what you see and what you save is still the same. So this proves that you are using the roaming profile. So in VDI environment, it doesn't matter which PC you are actually connected to. So the important thing is the roaming profile, which your file is actually saved in another place. So no matter which PC you're connected to, your file are still available to serve you. In VDI, there's a function called Auto Rollback. This function is actually to prevent users from make changes to the PC, such as install apps. Okay, let's start the show now. So right now I'm at the team client 1. Okay, and the PC I'm connected is called Win11-3. And I'm connected using the user 1. I have an app downloaded to the downloads folder and I try to install it. Okay, I supply the credential for administrator. So next thing is to start the installation. Okay, once installation done, I will check. So I key this Win RAR. I can see that there's an apps here. Okay. Next thing, I'm going to sign out. So if I switch to the VDI server, as what you can see, this is Win 11-3. When the time I sign out, it will start to roll back. Okay, and now it roll back to the original state. Okay, if I go to this console and I refresh, so I can see that user 3 no longer connected to the Win 11-3. And now I will actually switch to the thin client and try to connect again. And hopefully I will connect back to this Win 11-3 so that I can prove that the Win RAR doesn't appear anymore in that PC. So let me switch back to the Win 11 the thin client, and then I connect. Okay, key in the credential. Okay, once connected, the first thing I need to check is whether is it the Win 11-1, Win 11-3. So I check by right click this PC and choose properties. Oh, I'm so lucky. So I'm still connected back to the Win 11-3. So the next, I try to search the Win RAR. Is it appear or not? So as what you can see, I cannot find the Win RAR app which I installed just now. So this proves that the rollback function is actually working, and it tried to prevent the user from make changes to the PC. Okay. Well, VDI come with the capability to publish remote apps. As what you can see from this collection number 1, we have the 3 virtual desktop, but doesn't have any remote app published. Well, for the collection number 2, RDS app, we have 1 virtual desktop and with virtual remote app publishing. And all these remote apps published actually from the Windows 11 app-1. So the main difference between remote app in the VDI and the remote app in the RDS is remote app in the VDI can be published using any OS in this virtual desktop. It can be Windows 11, Windows 10, or Windows Server. While RDS remote app can only publish application from Windows Server. So this is the main difference. Let's switch to the thin client. Okay, from this thin client, I already connected to the VDI. And as what you can see here, I'm connected to the Win 11-3 and log in using the user one. On the desktop, I have the PowerPoint, Windows Sandbox, Microsoft Word, Excel, RDP file. And how can I get this RDP file? In fact, it's very easy. I just need to open and log into the RD web page. Then, let's say you want to download this Word, you just click this, and then there will be the RDP file downloaded to your download folder. So what you need to do is you just need to cut this and paste it to your desktop and rename it. So you can get something like this. So now let's say I want to open the PowerPoint using the remote apps in the VDI. What I need to do is just need to double click. Okay, then the PowerPoint will open like in the normal way. Okay, so another example, I want to open the Microsoft Word. Same thing, I just need to double click and I will get as what I want in the normal way. Right, very cool. And you may ask, since I can actually install Microsoft Office into the VDI PC, why I still need this remote app. Just imagine if you need to use a very resource hungry application such as maybe the something like AutoCAD or Windows Sandbox, okay, which require many CPU and the RAM resources, which is more than what you have inside this VDI PC. How can you achieve that? So the answer is through these remote apps. So here I have the published the Windows Sandbox. Let's try open this and see. And once loaded, you can see that I have another Windows 11 built into the nested inside this Windows VDI. Okay, so what is the purpose for this Windows Sandbox? It's actually for you to test or to open some file which may be harmful to your PC. So take example here, I have a file called fishlink.txt, and I'm not sure this file is it virus or is something useful for me, and I'm not there to open inside my PC. So with this Windows Sandbox, it can solve your problem. So now you can copy the file and paste into this Windows Sandbox. Okay, once the file inside the Windows Sandbox, you can open it without any worry, because if it is a virus, it won't actually spread into the real PC, but you will only infected inside this Windows Sandbox. So from here, once I open the file, okay, I can see that, oh, it's not a virus, but inside got the link, and I'm not sure this link is it supposed to be open or not. Okay, so we'll treat this as a web page, although we can know that this is the PNG file, which is a picture. So let's try to open using the browser by click the browser, Microsoft Edge. Okay, paste the URL. Okay, as what you can see, this is the Microsoft credential page site. So from this site, it requires us to supply the username and password of Microsoft. But from here, I see that this site is something which I'm not familiar with, and yet it asked me to supply the username password, which it may link to the something like phishing site. Okay, so from here I know that, oh, I should not continue and I should close it. Okay, so this is something useful with the Windows Sandbox. You can test whatever which you're not sure inside this Windows Sandbox, and it will not harm to your PC. Well, you may ask, what is the changes in this Windows Sandbox in Windows 11 compared to the Windows 10? So the answer is Microsoft has improved the performance of the Windows Sandbox in Windows 11, especially on the loading and also the smoothness when you try to move something or copy something into the Windows Sandbox. Okay, hope you enjoy this demo. We'll go to the next topic. Okay, you may ask, since VDI come with the auto rollback function, how can I apply the Windows update to virtual desktop? Okay, so the method is unique. Let me show you now. So as what you can see, we have 3 virtual desktop, and I want to perform the update to these 3 virtual desktop. Now I switch to the Hyper-V Manager, and I have the master template called TMP, is Win11. TMP stands for template. And I connect to this TMP Win11. Okay, so from here, I go to Start button, and then I will go to the Settings, and next I go to the Windows Update. Okay, now I will start to download the Windows Update. Okay, while waiting, I will bring you to see the history of the Windows Update for this PC. By click this Update History, as what you can see, we doesn't have any Windows Update applied yet. Okay, so now we go back to the Windows Update and wait for the Windows Update to be complete. Okay, now we need to restart the PC. So once restarting, we wait for it to apply the update. And once complete, we log in using the administrator. Okay, next I will create a checkpoint for this master template. Okay, this checkpoint is useful for the next time when the time you want to do the Windows update. So you can anytime just apply to roll back to this checkpoint to continue to run the Windows update. Okay, so next I will go back to this master template. The next thing I need to do is to run the sysprep for this machine. Okay. So once sysprep prompt, I need to click generalize and choose shutdown and click OK to apply the sysprep. So once done, I need to close this template and I will open the server manager, go to the virtual desktop, click the task and click this recreate all virtual desktop. So I need to choose the master template I applied just now. So the next is about the user log off policy. So I have two policy here. So the first is about when user log off from the virtual desktop. The second is based on the schedule. So I choose this to recreate virtual desktop now and log off all the user, since now I know that I can log off all the user if they are still using, because I already informed them. Let's say. Okay, now it's running in the exporting the virtual desktop, and let me open the Hyper-V manager. And as what you can see just now, it's exporting, but let me resize it so that you can see clearer. Yeah, exporting. I try to resize it. Okay. So once the export completed, it will start to do the deployment. So let's see this Win11-1. As what you can see, it's actually deploying. It's showing getting ready. Okay, and once done, you will see the screen like this. And you'll see that the virtual desktop in the safe mode. And I need to turn them on by clicking starting. Okay. So next, I will switch to the Team Client and connect to the virtual desktop. So as usual, this is the way to connect to the virtual desktop. Key in the password. Okay, once connected, I click this start button, then go to the settings. From here, I click the Windows Update, and I go to the update history. I want to prove you that this Windows Update is applied. You see, I have already run the Windows Update. So this is the way how we can perform the Windows Update for the VDI. Okay, so hope you get the deployment method and you like it. Thank you very much.